damp, dreary evening. The usual kind of evening that we have when Bradford have a big match entertainment on, but I'm sure that the fans will forget the weather and soak up the entertainment that's going to be put on for them tonight. The Bradford Northern side. At full-back, we have David Watson. Number 2, welcome return for Jerry Cordell, straight from international, well, I want to say international duty with the Welsh squad at Betchfield on Sunday afternoon. Steve McGowan, Dylan Shelford in the centres, with Brimmer Kebby, the man in form, on the left wing. Very formidable half-back pairing of Neil Summers and Derek Fox. Front row, young Paul Gresham being given an early chance this season. Trevor Clark being preferred to Brian Noble, with John Hamer at 10. Roy Powell, and a very, very welcome return for Paul Medley in the second row, along with Carl Fairbank, who today is playing at number 13. The Bradford substitutions, we have at number 14, the Evergreen, Mr. Reliable Keith Mumby. 15, Adam Greenwood, young Dio Powell at 16, and Carl Winterburn, the man who only signed 3 weeks ago from local amateur team, being given a dream start to his professional career by playing against an international side so very, very soon. The Kiwi side, one or two strange names, one or two very familiar names. Number 1, Peter Edwards. Number 2, Jason Donnelly, a youngster who had trials at Bradford Northern 2 or 3 years ago and decided to settle in at Keighley. Blair Harding in the centre, along with big Jason Williams, with that big, strong Maori winger, Wetu Toawi. Mark Nixon is this evening's captain, and he, along with Aaron Whittaker, forms the half-back partnership. Then we have the very big front row of Robert Peaver, Denvor Johnson and Jason Lowry. A back three of Simon Angel, Dave Lomax and Logan Edwards. One or two more familiar names in the substitutes for New Zealand. We have Gary Freeman, Quentin Pongaya, Darryl Halligan and Paul Johnson.
Northern then to start this first club game against the Kiwis from left to right. So the Kiwis will get the first touch of the ball as Fox, a high one. And I've no doubt that in these opening moments, these great big forwards like Peaver, the great grizzly bear of a man, will try to establish the superiority, and for the first 10 minutes or so they'll be sorting each other out in these two packs, and that's the way the game seems to be going, one man at a time. They're banging and bashing the way forwards as Johnson, the hooker, from behind to play the ball, prompting the moves, calling the shots for his forwards. And there goes the first kick. Watson going back for it near his own line, little slip, and the Kiwis into Northern territory, and now we will have the Northern pack trying to bring the ball away as Lowry comes in hard to hold his man down. Derek Fox, a little genius, bag of trips onto Gresham, big strong forwards as are nearly all this Northern pack, and early doors a penalty for offside. Russell Smith, the referee, will try to keep these two sides well apart as Derek Fox hoists a high ball into touch. Northern then, Clark, the hooker, bringing his forwards into the game, and they're met determinedly by these Kiwi forwards as they come in hard, trying to hold them down. Powell now taking them on, trying to draw the players in. Angel, big second row man. Gresham again, trying to slips it back, but the ball's gone loose, snapped up quickly by the Kiwis. Combination falling down there, and Northern quickly round at the play of the ball, smothering the New Zealanders before they can get cracking. And once again the referee's whistle shrieks as Donnelly, who'd come in to act in half-back, was coming in to join in with his forwards, but Russell Smith deciding Northern were offside. And so it will be New Zealand then try and find touch. Ball hoisted high and true. Will be Johnson setting up Lowry taking them on right on the halfway line. Whittaker, the scrum half, hands it on to Peaver trying to batter his way through. Johnson from behind to play the ball. Johnson hanging it, trying to make a little run. Forearm goes in, pushing men off. Edwards, the loose forward, hands it onto Lowry. Lowry keeping it moving. Johnson inside, Whittaker handing it on. Whittaker, little kick through, awkward bouncing ball, rolling towards over the ball line. It banged over the dead ball line, but the referee has decided that Tewa was offside. He was encroaching within the 10-yard area, and so it'll be a bit of relief for Bradford Northern as Fox, from a few yards inside play, makes no mistake with his kick for touch. Northern with the hard grafting job as Hamer gains valuable yards, and now it's Gratian. He's lost the ball, snapped up by Whittaker. Gratian gets it back, so the referee will award the scrum. Gratian couldn't hang on to that ball, it shot out of his hands. Whittaker couldn't hold it, it came back to Northern, so it will be Whittaker to feed. Referee giving the front rows a lecture here as they manoeuvre to get an advantage in the front row, and that was quick, picked up by the loose forward Edwards. Edwards onto Whittaker, Whittaker out onto Donnelly. Donnelly going hard, handing them off, banging his way through. Powell coming over, manages to hold him. Edwards from behind to play the ball, handing it out onto Lowry. Lowry trying to crash his way over. A referee decided that Northern were offside at that play of the ball, and so this should be a simple penalty kick, probably be taken by the fullback Peter Edwards. There's two Edwards on this New Zealand side. Peter Edwards, the number 1, and Logan Edwards to loose forward. Absolutely straight kick this. He should flirt this one over. The Kiwis in the first match on Sunday, having beaten Wales in a bit of a struggle, and a different outfit out today. Howie Tamate probably trying to give all his players a bit of a run out before they start the test match, the first test match, which will be played at Wembley. Before then they take on Wigan on Sunday, which is being labelled as the 4th test match. Edwards then, absolutely straight kick. Should backheel this one over, absolutely straight, near the post, and over it goes in the middle to put the Kiwis into a 2-0 lead. Bradford 0, New Zealand 2. The second time then, Northern kick-off, awkwardly rolling ball, picked up cleanly by the Kiwis, and once again they stuff it up the jumper and come tearing forward. Being met determinedly by good defence by Northern, coming in hard into the tattle. Little nice jink through from the acting halfback, gets it going on well. Nice break there. Johnson wanting a quick play the ball to get his team moving, handed on by Whittaker. Whittaker hands it on to Nixon, turned inside, and they've lost the ball, and it's been snapped up gratefully by Northern. Quickly onto that. Clark. Oh, good behind the play the ball. Fox trying to get his team moving as they run a little bit wide. They turn back inside. Fairbank trying to go through. Clark again coming up for the play the ball. And good, hard, straight, strong running. Referee not happy with that tattle, having a word with Edwards. Decided that it was above the shoulders. Referee graphically signalling, and Fox decides that he'll try to level the scores. Good kicker of the ball, both tactically and for goal. A good signing from Featherstone Rovers by Peter Fox. Chance here for Fox to level the scores. slightly round the corner. Just over 20 metres out. Lifts it high and lifts it true. Up go the touch judges' flags, and so the scores level at 2 points each as the Kiwis turn it inside. Powell now fighting for territory. Clark bringing it away well over his 20-metre line, and Edwards goes in, hunting as a pack along with Angel. Two hefty forwards coming in, hitting the Bradford pack hard, and dumped him back a bit there, Johnson in the tattle. Now it's Gratian again, coming in strongly, met by Lowry. Clark from behind to play the ball. Fox putting in a long deep kick. That's a good tactical kick, pushing the New Zealanders back. It's taken by Peter Edwards, and Peter Edwards is absolutely buried as Northern follow the kick up extremely well, coming in hard into the tattle. Medley coming in along with Shelford. Shelford reaching out for his man, hangs on to him, he manages to get his pass in onto Johnson. Hamer coming in, Hamer burying his man. Edwards lobbing it across onto Whittaker, and powerful running by Peaver. He's a big hefty man, this powerful runner. Johnson onto Lomax. Lomax turning it inside, and Peaver again turns it inside beautifully onto Angel, and Angel followed from behind. Well taken and snuffed out. Played to Williams. Williams a long pass out onto Donnelly. Donnelly going hard for the line. He scrapes his way over, crawls over the line, but the touch judge's flag had gone up, and it was on the last tattle, and the markers are offside, not standing behind each other. Strong attack by Donnelly down this left-hand touch line, but the cover came across, forced him into touch, and it was on the last tattle. Markers offside at the play of the ball, and Fox makes no mistake as he finds touch. Strong running by Hamer, clearing his lines well, bringing it away from the danger area. Powell's turn now, one at a time, and Powell's struggling and fighting away for territory. Fox Northern remorselessly ploughing the way down the field. Gratian now, also a big strong prop, gains a lot of ground, fighting his way forward. Been good solid play by the Northern pack. Little jink and a nice switch of direction. Good running by Watson, turning it inside, and it's been intercepted, knocked down. Well, Northern was surging forward then, all the team moving up together, moving up well, and unfortunately for Northern, the final pass knocked down. With Whittaker to feed. Bit of difficulty with the front rows getting the heads in. Whittaker puts it in, and Whittaker gets it out, trying to bring it away from the base of the scrum, but there's no way through for him as Edwards comes over for the play of the ball. Edwards trying to dart through, takes him a couple of yards. Johnson. Ball tight round the play of the ball at the moment. Playing it hard and strong, good running by Lowry, and his pass goes astray. Made a powerful run, tried to slip the ball. Kiwis couldn't hang on to it, so it'll be Derek Fox. Watson running it out strongly. Howie Tamate keeping his eye on Watson. He might be a prospective player to be brought in from the home game, and he's so strong and so elusive, running it out from the fullback. Fox handing it onto Gratian, and the referee deciding that the Kiwis were offside. So penalty. No, referee's given the scrum down. The touch judge is coming on. Have a word with the referee. Game will be held up for a while they sort this one out. There'll be a little bit of chaos there. Long talk between the referee and the referee. Going off the field, Russell Smith going over towards the bench, and protestations of innocence from the people on the bench. They must have said something. The touch judge is not happy about it, and Russell Smith comes back for the scrum down. Whittaker to feed, in it goes, quickly out, hanging in the pack, nobody's held, and the referee decided that Northern were offside. Russell Smith trying to keep these two sides well apart. Makes for a more open game of football. Johnson comes up with the tap, hands it inside onto Lowry. Lowry putting his head in, charging forward as the tacklers sort themselves out. Once again it's stitched up as Peaver, like a great tank, tries to batter his way through, and it comes to Williams. Williams dancing and jinking, taking low, managed to get his pass in onto Nixon, and Nixon is nobbled quickly. Whittaker from behind to play the ball onto Lowry. Lowry slips it inside onto Angel. Angel fighting his way forward. Johnson onto Whittaker. Whittaker has support, turning and twisting, gets it back to Edwards. Edwards onto Whittaker. Whittaker turning and twisting, being taken by Powell. Long pass goes out, a little overhead kick into the in-goal area and over the dead ball line, so it's back to the Northern 20 metres. And this game is hard and tough and bruising, particularly among the forwards. Neither side managing to get on top of the other at the moment. Both defences with a vice-like grip on the opposition. And it's hard work trying to make ground. The tackling is ferocious. Fox bringing his forwards onto it, coming in hard. Donnelly going into the tattle. Shelford turning inside. Fox, little dummy, puts his head in. He's going to get buried. And Lowry comes in along with Peaver under a load of weight there as he went down. Turned inside onto Powell. A good run by Powell. He's lost possession. Picked up by the Kiwis. Powell not able to hang on to it. Johnson from behind to play the ball. Williams trying to batter his way through the Northern forwards. Onto Tewa. Tewa trying to take it on. Tewa, number 5 on his back, playing out on the right wing as Lomax tries to go through. Long passing is stretching Northern now, and then again they decide they're going to keep it in the forwards and turn it back inside. Hamer coming in, helping with the tatting and Gratian. And eventually the All Blacks are forced down to the deck. Now they're spreading it across the field and still trying to get down the middle of the field. Edwards, strange kick, rolling into the in-goal area. Watson watching it very carefully, and it just about crawls over the dead ball line. So we come back. Northern with it on the 20 metres. Once again the forwards having to do the hard grafting work in the engine room. Onto Fox. Fox, a long pass. And Powell absolutely buried there as the tattlers come in hard. Clark from behind to play the ball. Onto Gratian. And the ball once again has been spilled. Northern dive on it, but the referee will give the knock on. We scrum down just inside the Northern half. Referee lecturing both sets of forwards. Whittaker to feed. Whittaker with it onto Nixon. Nixon taken as he gets the ball. Williams standing in an offside position. And Northern coming well. They're coming fast and they're coming hard. Angel trying to batter his way through. He's bounced down by Gratian. Johnson could run from behind to play the ball. Referee may give an obstruction. He rang behind his players, yes, and the referee crosses his arms, gives the penalty. And the fullback for the Kiwis is coming off. Peter Edwards is coming off, and Harrigan coming on. And as Northern prepared to take this penalty, I'll hand you over to John Simpson.
Well, after an enterprising first half, it's still Bradford Northern on the attack. Roy Powell's worked tremendously hard so far, but unfortunately losing the ball in the case. Well recovered by Trevor Clark, who also had an impressive game, but it looks to be as though this time referee has given a knock on with a feeding put in on this occasion to New Zealand. Russell Smith, of course, our referee this evening. Both sides very much on top defensively. That ball they're not even seeing the scrum. Of course, many of these Kiwis playing for a test place. All the British players do come into contention. Especially David Watson, who's number 1 for Bradford Northern. It's a big number 13 there. Lonergan Edwards having a tremendous game, taking the ball up, being particularly impressed as well by number 9, Denvor Johnson. Showing tremendous pace from half-backers. Once again, Ullian switch play. Bradford Northern a little bit slow to move up. On that occasion, it's Carl Fairbank leading by example, and the referee thankfully not falling for it. Johnson once again shoots away from acting half-back. Trick little kick through the by Aaron Whittaker, another man in line for a test place, of course. Captain Gary Freeman and Charles are at number 7, but Aaron very much playing for the test place as well. 4 men to go on the bench as Dave Watson brings away from 25. Bradford a little bit of shorter numbers there, but once again Russell Smith right in line with play, penalises the tourists once again. Concentrates on accuracy that time. A little bit ever faithful John Amer taking the ball to that defensive line. Mark Nixon, the Kiwi number 6, the acting captain for this evening. Clark once again zipping away from acting half-back. The ever faithful Foxy supporters, Medley looking for fun, but really going in ones there. Bradford Northern wanted supporting in numbers. This time it's Fairbank again. He'll stand up, he'll make the ball available. A posse of all black defenders all around him. Is the ball knocked down from his hand? Yes, says Mr. Smith. And that'll be surely 2 points to Bradford Northern to give them chance just to edge their noses in front for the first time this evening. Not a particularly difficult kick for Derek Fox. Calling for a send. Bradford Northern though, an enterprising sort of 6 there from them. Especially been impressed this evening with Paul Gratian. I have to say a much slimmer Paul Gratian from last season. In a very on a strict calorie control diet. The lad's lost 3 stone. Gone down from 21 stone to 17.5 stone, and really having a tremendous effort to get back in his first team squad for Bradford Northern. Came on a substitute last week against Sulcan, was particularly impressive. Peter Fox had ever shown faith in him as Derek Fox adds on the 2 points. And
number 7, Derek Fox.
For the first time this evening, Bradford Northern just edging in front by 4 points to 2 with approximately 10 minutes to go before the half-time hooter. I'm sure as the game goes on, Bradford will have to keep a wary eye on this number 9. Been particularly effective from acting half-back as Roy Powell quite sensibly Or have I spoken too soon? Ball goes back, says Mr. Smith. One or two of the Kiwi supporters just question that little one, but it looked backwards to me of Dave Watson. Once again picks the hardest route and drives the ball straight into the big Kiwi defence this time. Excellent Paul Medley. First time we've seen a Paul in full flight, and straight away Mr. Smith clamping down on the line on. This was an element of the game which stood out on Sunday in the Kiwi game, how they'd slow the ball down, slow the game down, try to slow play down, give the defence, but that's not a very good kick by Derek Fox, the first one he'd missed this evening. Daryl Halligan drives the ball through. Missed tackle there that particular time by Carl Fairbank, and Bradford won't be wanting too many of those. Whittaker once again orchestrating play this time. Logan Edwards well placed by John Hamer and Paul Medley. Jason Donnelly in close support, screaming for the ball as Johnson causing havoc once again. Obviously the Kiwi plan here to suck the Bradford down the blind side and move the ball out wide. Harrigan puts the kick up, it's a big one, it's a tester. Plenty of the New Zealand players offside should I say. Ball goes back to Watson, and well, that's a silly situation there by the referee. Bradford in possession of the ball. Dave Watson under no pressure, and the referee's still in play, and it's a little aspect of the game where I have to say that referees do fall down time and time again. If the non-offending side does have the ball, why not carry on? Surely the whole point of the game is to get that continuity. Unfortunately, referees don't need to see it that way, as Fox once again unleashes Gratian. Gratian dips that shoulder, but good defence by the Kiwis. Bradford turned the ball inside. Derek Fox just couldn't slip that one, but things looking well for Bradford at the moment. This time it's Watson who scoots away from that two-half back, holds the ball up. Summers keeps it alive, turns the ball back inside, and Bradford feet away from that New Zealand line now. Fox looking for a penalty, and have found it again of Bradford. Once again, the Kiwi side guilty of holding the attacking side down at the play the ball. Not allowing them to play the ball quickly, but very good play from Bradford. Well, Bradford keeping the pressure on, entering into the spirit of things. Fox puts the ball into touch. Great cheer from the Bradford fans, good to see. This time it's Hamer. Drives the ball in. Bradford players on the blind side. Is there going to be a switch? Yet it is from Fox. Misses a man out, feeds Watson. Watson still ricocheting, trying to keep that ball alive. And this time it's Gratian. Gratian bends the shoulder straight into the big Kiwi defence. And it switch again. This time a slope ball inside to John Hamer, but John Hamer can't leave the ball alive. Surely Bradford will move it wide this time. Watson, he holds play up, sits inside a very high tackle. Play on, said Smith. An intelligent little grubber kick through. Can Northern get there first? Mr. Smith said yes. Brilliant little kick by Derek Fox. Using the outside of that right foot. Just splitting that all black defence as they came up there. A little bit difficult to find out who the scorer was, but I'm sure we'll find out as soon as the announcers turn off the music. Very well worked try between himself and Derek Fox. Derek Fox, of course, obviously looking for the big game this evening. Very much intention for the number 7 spot in the Great Britain side. Has been called into the squad. Silence around the ground as the little fella tries that on the extras. Oh, and oh, yes it is, off the post. Enough, as John Lowe would say. Lomax keeping his deep. Fox, I'm sure he'll unload this one, and I'm sure he does to big Roy Powell. Roy with that little stutter and shimmer takes the ball forward. Cordell attacked in half-back. Jeddy will go across the line and look for the gap, but he's going backwards on this occasion. Cusick stepping out of one, steps out of two. Whittaker there to bring him down. Referee Smith bringing both teams back a long way, obviously wants an open play, open game as Gresham goes through, bus one, bus two, but he just can't manage to unload on that occasion. Fox keeping the pressure on, puts the ball deep into the Kiwi quarter. This time it's Big Peter Edwards, picks up, running through. No acting half back there on that occasion. Bradford just couldn't quite get to it. Watu shuffling through there. Once again, it's the Kiwis going from acting half back. Bradford are surely going to have to tighten down on this at half time. I'm sure Peter Fox and Nigel Stevenson will have noted it. On occasion, good defence. Mr. Reliable there, Neil Summers in defence. Good work by McGowan. Once again out to Harrigan, seems to have taken over the kicking responsibility since he entered the fray. A very good kick there. Pinning Northern back about 10 metres from their own try line. Thankfully the rain seems to have eased off. The usual downpour before that Northern seemed to get before any big match, unfortunately. Came down at us. Ball out. Watson into the line. But well shepherded by Mark Nixon, who seems to go to sleep on him. It's Summers. Feeds McGowan. McGowan, as we've seen over the years, not afraid to coming out the forwards out in a 25, but Bradford, strong run from Fairbank, but on his own. They really do with runners on either side, especially against a defence like this. Hamer coming through. 3-4 tremendous drives there from Bradford. Couldn't have expected anything better than that in those drives. All finished off with a superb kick from Fox. This time putting the Kiwis on the defensive, roughly in the same position in their own quarters where Bradford came from. Watu Tawala coming in from the wing. I'm sure we'll see more of that as the game goes on. Looks a big, strong, powerful fella. Very much in the George Ambram mould of old for all our L supporters who remember that great Australian character. Good defence by Bradford. Jason Williams siding out but getting nowhere. McGowan slipped into him like glue. And a bad mistake, is it, by Danny Lomax? Has he lost the ball? Yes, he has. And Fox shoots away from acting half-back. Seems to get a high tackle from his opposite number, but referee Smith says play on. Tremendous strength once again by Summers. Many felt very, very unfortunate not to be in the test squad as Gresham comes on the big ball. Bounce it off a couple of defenders. Obviously under strict instructions from Peter Fox to keep all that ball very, very tightly. Now then, well, I'm going to say Bradford worked themselves into a superb attacking position there, only for Roy Powell to knock the ball on and spoil all that good work. But obviously things are looking good for Bradford. Just wondering from this position with the Bradford defence very, very flat, whether the Kiwis have got the pace in their attack to put a long kick deep. Certainly been good defence from Bradford. Paul Medley coming in from behind there with a suspiciously high tackle. Was that a little bit of crossing? One or two referees would have said so. Johnson clings onto the ball. Now then, former Bradford player Jason Donnelly had a brief spell at Oxhill 3 or 4 years ago when he came over on trials. Very, very sharp when he played at half-back in the aligned side. but not being guaranteed a first-team spot, opted to sign for Keighley, and had roughly half a season there where he certainly impressed the Keighley fans who still talk about him with affection. Long kick back, Dave Watson allows it to go dead. So Watson, always eager as ever, looking for work, takes the ball in. So Bradford Northern playing it very, very tight, using the forwards very well. I'm sure Peter Fox will be looking to spell them in a minute. Look, something of a bit of a flop there. Mr. Smith has seen it. Yet an argument about that. Neither fella arguing about it. I think it was a big number 10 on that occasion, Jason Lowry. That's been an aspect of the Kiwi game which I'm sure they'll be looking to tighten up on, and this is getting penalised on the third and fourth tackles, giving needless penalties away. I'm sure at international level there are the times when you get punished. So straight away this time it's John Hamer. Lowry going high but slipping down. Now it's Roy Powell. Certainly referee taking the Kiwis very, very long way back, allowing Bradford to run at them. Medley. Man with the pace, can he get this pass through? Yes he does. Superb ball. Has Connell got the pace? Tremendous cover tackle. How's the referee give it? A little bit of dispute going on. The line's very, very difficult to see at the moment. Still the debate goes on. Bradford players going back as though the try has been given. As yet, nothing's been pointed down. I think the linesman saying it was a try. Yes, it is. And I'm sure that will be disputed for a long time. Great start from Cordell, fresh from his 2 tries. Long and hard at that one on the video, the Kiwis, when they come to analyse it in training tomorrow morning. Harrigan, this is deep, goalkeeping type save there from Fox, inside to the try scorer. Johnny Cordell as he zips across the pitch, doesn't make much yard forward. Well, he's still going as a big man, and I'm sure that will have done his confidence a world of good. Jerry, a man really that has to have his confidence pumped up. Great break once again. No mistake in that shuffle and ricochet of Dave Watson on a missed move there. Back to Fox. Fairbank runs through, long deep kick. Posse of Bradford chasers. Kebby, Shelford, Summers, Fairbank and Powell. Great defence from Bradford, super chasing game. As the old cliche goes, the kicks are only as good as its chasers. And on that occasion, a superb example from Bradford Northern how to kick and chase. Peter Fox roaring from the bench, wants his men to command the middle. Well, this time it's Bradford being penalised for not standing square at the markers. And the Kiwis going to tap it. Yes, they are. They want to get on with the game. Tremendous tackle from Paul Medley. Herring. Good play by the big number 10. Simon Angel on that occasion. Good support play as well. But Bradford working very, very hard in defence. Obviously don't want to give a try away just now, right before the half-time interval. That time it's Lomax who gets the ball out wide. Numbers out there for the Kiwis, but this time they opt to come inside. Once again, Johnson shoots down the blind. Big tackle from Mr. Summers. That was a class blast. Numbers are in there. Can Bradford cover across? Watson holds his man up, but the support's there. And the big fella with arms long enough just to touch down. Good move from the Kiwis. Sucked Bradford right across the left-hand side of the field and stood deep and passed it out wide. big bust from the big forward, well supported by Jason Williams, who used the strength and the power just to blast over.
The try scorer there for New Zealand, number 11, Simon Angel.
So at the end of all that, tremendous amount of pressure. Bradford having the rub of the green, but a very enterprising first half. Bradford Northern turning round with a 14.6 to lead. Well, away we go for the kick-off. The linesman keeping a watchful eye on David Watson there to see if his back foot had gone into touch. Play on his side, looking around very, very quickly to see if Bradford may have made any substitutions. And likewise with the Kiwis, no really bright jerseys about. So I'll just presume for the moment that there's no changes, but as soon as I spot anything, I'll let you know straight away. And Big Roy zipping away from acting half-back. Oh, but once again, spoils it with that still a little knock-on, and that's 3 or 4 times that he's done it this occasion. I think Roy there just hinting to the referee that on that occasion the ball was ripped away from his possession. Aaron Whittaker, a very, very big lad for a scrum half. Feeds the ball to Nixon. Nixon, though, with 2 big defenders like Watson and Somers there, very little chance of making much progress down the field of play, and a bit of interference by Roy Powell, so after knocking on, he now gives away a penalty. And I'm sure that he'll feel the eyes of Peter Fox and Nigel Stevenson burning at the back of his head as he walks away. I'm sure Harrigan will, as a missed start steady, very, very reliable goal kicker. Round the corner style, just a couple of little steps. A deep breath. Has he got the length? Yes, he has. No question about the accuracy. So straight away, after only 2 minutes of the second half. And those are the kind of silly points that Bradford Northern just can't afford to give away at any level, never mind against a touring team. Good deep kick. Quick play the balls. Big Robert Peaver driving the ball with excellent play from the moment by the Kiwis. Fast play the balls. Hooker varying play, left and right. Bradford Northern not knowing where the next play is going to come from, but moving up very, very fast on the blind side. I reckon suspiciously forward from where I was sitting was that one. But he manages to referee to play and the ball gets away to Watson. Well, right on the first tackle, Watson, a very speculative pass. Well taken by Somers. And that's really not the type of play that you want to be doing in your own 25 when you're only 6 points up with 3 minutes going into the second half. However, Bradford Northern getting away with it on that occasion. Fox at the hub of things as usual. Good boy, got to be quick hands here. Great play by Shelford. And Watson. Kevin decides to kick his man, but not the best of kicks. Kicked a little bit too soon there. Should have taken the ball further. Forced the fullback to turn. Gave him too much time. And of course, a man of Harrigan's experience had no difficulty in bringing that one under control. However, the highlight for me was the passing skills of Watson and Shelford as they managed to get Kebby away on this near side. Excellent three-quarter play. Big Robert Peaver again. Once again, the Bradford tackling up to it, and a good chase from Medley from the play of the ball. A little bit of handover. Good play by Bradford. Bradford wins the ball quickly. Clark gets away a superb ball, and that was the benefit of the quick play of the ball. 4 or 5 Kiwi defenders caught offside. Well, that was my interpretation of it. I'm just trying to find out now, or trying to interpret what Russell Smith made of it. He obviously didn't agree with me because he's given a scrum down and he's given the head and ball to New Zealand. So I'll beg to differ on that occasion with him. I couldn't quite make it out. However, play goes on as Jason Donnelly drives in. Very, very strong character, this Donnelly. If ever he fancied another spell in England, I'm sure there'll be no shortage of takers. He came over with a suitcase and a one-way ticket last time, and all he wanted was a bit of accommodation and a ticket home. I'm sure things will be a little bit different this time. Swinging arm on that occasion. Very much a flying policeman, Johnny Hamer. Although one has to say, I felt a little bit hard done by that. A man seemed to be going down into the tackle. Hamer covering across. Did go a little bit high, but the man seemed to be falling down, and once again Bradford Northern giving away penalties in a kickable position. The crowd been getting behind Bradford tonight. Slow hand cap going out that time for Mr. Smith. But possibly a little bit more concentration needed by Bradford Northern on his 4th and 5th tackles. Harrigan seems to take a while kicking these goals, but when a man who's got a percentage rate of accuracy like he has, he can't complain too much. And once again, makes no mistakes, narrows the score after 7 minutes of the second half to 14 points to 10. A little bit more concentration. Life would be a lot much easier for Bradford. Good take there by Big Robert. That's Gratian. Thought the big fella might be tiring right about now. He's been out injured for a few weeks, but he's lasted the pace well. Bradford Northern not getting sucked in. Ball bouncing everywhere. Referee saying play on that occasion. That's another one up for debate. And just let's hope it's not something silly like that that cost Bradford the game. A big drive there by Simon Angel. He's been particularly impressive today. Once again, it's Johnson dumbing his way away from Hampton half-back, making that an obligatory 10 yards from the play of the ball. All the Kiwis flat. Harrigan puts one through low on this occasion. David Watson bends down, takes it well. Steps out of the first tackle, can't manage the same on the second. Steve McGowan once again helping out the forwards as they amble back. 1 or 2 now looking a little bit weary, feeling the pace of this game. As young Gratian drives in. McGowan. Fox maybe want to move this one wide. There's gaps outside to Shelford, who just stepped inside there really, and that inside movement just prevented him from passing and getting Kebby away again. Nice little jump from Fox, puts the kicking well. Harrigan takes it on the full. Once again a good chasing game by Bradford, especially Paul Medley. Donnelly comes inside. This guy only knows one way to go, and that's straight and hard. His wing partner, without a Y, helping out on that occasion. Young Whittle being told to take the ball down the blind. Big number 3, Blair Harding. They're all big guys, are these Kiwis. Not the best of passes from Whittaker, and good chasing from Bradford. Nixon got the ball, a good kick, taken on the full. That'll be attack 25 now. Bradford will have to be careful. One or two of them don't get caught offside here. Very, very sensibly, Trevor Clark waiting for his men to get back. Got options there for Bradford. Runners on either side. Once again, Medley stepping around that blind side. John Hamer, sorry. It's a little blonde-haired, two blonde-haired lads looking a little bit similar tonight on this muggy evening. Not the best of passes, well taken though by Summers. And he's a strong little fella, is this. Fox, nice ball out to Gratian. Gratian goes through, held the ball up beautifully, but nobody in close support, and that's what Paul Gratian's good at. Brilliant cross kick from Fox, in between two Kiwi defenders, and some excellent tackling there by Paul Medley. Clung onto the ankles of one, then onto him to the another. Now let's hope Bradford don't do anything silly here. Don't give any silly penalty away. As we said, 3 tremendous tackles, moving up fast. This time Donnelly just sneaking away from half-back. And there goes a 5th and penultimate tackle. Long ball back to Harrigan again. Harrigan cross-kicking this time. David Watson has it well covered. He's coming forward, wanted Kebby outside him, but Kebby had come in and he'd lost the ball. Did it go back? Yes, said Mr. Smith, and I agree with him. Well, the Kiwis yards offside on that occasion as young Gratian drove the ball in. It's possibly in these stages of the game that the superior fitness of the touring side will possibly come in. But touring teams, obviously virtually full-time professionals, training 5 days a week. Well, they've got rid of the air jet lag by now. Hamer up very, very fast. He's had a tremendous game tonight as Hamer. Another one of the Bradford players a little bit disappointed not to be in that test squad. Well, try as they may, the Kiwis struggling to break down this Bradford defence. Going to revert to throw in loose passes about, bringing us to the last tackle. Bradford must be careful not to get offside. This time it's Harry in again, trips it through. Once again the familiar pattern of David Watson picking it up, driving the ball clear. Brilliant interchanging there by McGowan and Watson. Watson with McGowan with the big handoff. Nice play from Bradford, looked very pretty, but unfortunately didn't make much yardage. This time it's Daryl Shelford. Going into the centre. Carl Fairbank's been a little bit quiet so far this half. Good yards from Bradford. Clark, opportunity to go from acting half-back, big gaps. Clark obviously acting under instructions, winning that ball wide. This time a better kick, making Harrigan turn. Brilliant defence from Cordell. Approximately 15 minutes of this second half gone, and Bradford Northern with their noses just in front at 14 points to 10. Denver Johnson once again shoots away from acting half-back. As we approach the 25-minute stage, I'm sure that coaches Peter Fox and Nigel Stevenson will be thinking about making the substitutions any time now with the Bradford Northern. Adam Greenwood, Dio Powell and Carl Winterburn. Once again, a little bit of dispute round the scrum. Fox feeds, Fairbank picks up. A move, an old move that's coming more and more into fashion these days. The loose forward picking the ball up from the scrum. Watson held that ball up beautifully for McGowan. Sometimes not given enough credit for the football he can play, Dave Watson. Admittedly, he's does a bit, I think he'll be the first to admit that he does overdo it at times. Tend to be a bit of a coach's nightmare. This time it's Summers with a superb ball to Jerry Cordell. Cordell puts a little kicks it through. If he gets the bounce, it could work for him here. Kicking through, Bradford have got the bounce. But Harrigan covering across the back. Drops on the ball, goalkeeping fashion, and saves the day for the Kiwis. So once again, it's the Kiwis with this relentless driving forward, but up to press. The Bradford Northern defence has been superb. It's done everything they can throw at it. Once again, a long kick through. Dave Watson, this time not taking it on the full. 4 or 5 Kiwi chasers, giving David no option but to run straight and hard. As the Bradford players make their way back into this line. De Clark, he's got to start going more and more from acting half-back now and help these forwards out. Hasn't gone, did it very, very well in the first half. His second half hasn't worked quite as hard from that position. Got a break play down, good break by Carl, and you could see Carl Fairbank there holding the ball up, one in support. This is better by Clark. Just leaving those extra little yards. Summers with a nice deep kick through. Everybody on side, says referee Smith. Good play by McGowan. The rain now just starting to come again. It's held off for the match. Good play now by Bradford. Look at Bradford up here though, working tremendously hard. And big defence from Bradford, forcing a mistake there. That was a forced mistake, as a little swinging punch there from Jason Lowry. I'd have thought there that the linesman had no difficulty seeing it, but maybe on the instruction referee didn't come in. Meanwhile, it's Bradford on the attack. Clark at half-back. Gresham wants the ball. He's going hard, he's going straight, but he's going on his own, and Bradford must get man there. It's Fox to Watson. Watson holding the ball up again, but straight into 3-4 big black shirts as David runs away from acting half-back, switches the ball back inside. Hamer kicks the ball alive beautifully to Fairbank. Fox again. Fox with the miss-out move to Watson. Now we're going to see a bit of Watson magic. Back to Hamer. Hamer gets hit from behind very, very heavily. Just a little bit weird as he took that ball. The guys worked tremendously hard. Northern inside, it's McGowan, off 1, off 2. Will Sticks dive in, he's got the power, yes he will! Well, did he bounce it? Very, very difficult to see from here. No, he did a try. No, unfortunately he didn't. You could see the ball bounce up. Couldn't tell from here, to be honest with you, whether the guy was short or whether he put the ball down over the line and bounced it. It's one we'll have to look later on the video. Bradford Northern bring on 3 substitutes. Looks like a complete new back row. That'll be Adam Greenwood, Carl Winterburn, and the ever reliable Keith Mumby. And what a meteoric rise to well, I won't quite say fame, it's been for Carl Winterburn, who 3-4 weeks ago was playing the Pennine Amateur League for local side Birkenshaw. Brought up to the club by one of the scouts, Alan Guilfoyle, who raved about the lad's prowess. Big, strong, roll-bone lad, very much in the mould that Peter Fox liked to see his forwards. Only played 18 games, and Peter Fox didn't need any more persuading. Signed him on there and then. And here he is now, fulfilling his wildest dreams, playing against the Kiwi side. Well, the big number 15, wanting a quick play of the ball.
Well, all very, very quick substitutions there for Bradford North. It's Paul Medley, Carl Fairbanks, and Paul
Derek Fox, once again, punishing these misdemeanors by the Kiwi side.
And the substitution for New Zealand, number 17, Paul Johnson, replacing number 8, Robert Heath.
Now here goes Carl Winterburn with his first big drive, holds onto the ball well. Gets a little bit of treatment. And it's young Adam Greenwood, another youngster that's come through the Bradford Northern Lions side. Once again, not a big signing. Came to the club from not a very fashionable Atlanta team, Calder Valley. Obviously, they'll take these new lads a little bit of time to settle in. But Roy Powell stepping out of one, stepping out of two, still going forward. That's a lot better play from Big Roy. Fox it at first man, he wants a man short. Holds the ball to Watson, who slips it inside of the big gap outside. The last tackle. Bradford play down, let's hope it's not too serious. Fox is shivering through. Just didn't have enough weight on that one. Allowing the Kiwi to drive the ball out. Number 17, Paul Johnson, but an excellent tackle. I don't need to tell you who that was. A distinctive style, hard and low, round the ankle. Australia have a player called the Axe, and no man in English rugby league could be better named than the Axe. The way he chops them down, then, even at the ripe old age of 36, and Keith Mumby. Some gaps outside there. Bradford haven't moved up. Cordell being left with a 2-1 situation, but he's good pace as Cordell, and the forward pass has been given. No argument about it. One or two of the Kiwis disputing a little bit. Meanwhile, Bradford Northern could be forced to make another substitution.
Two substitutions there for New Zealand, number 15, Quinton Ponga, and 17 and 14, Gary Freeman. Replaced number 7, Aaron Whittaker, and number 11, Simon Ingram.
Once again, good play. Gary Freeman, the tour captain, now on the field for the Kiwis. I'm sure he'll bang a bit of life into them. He'll get them playing. He'll start taking the ball forward. He'll start committing men. Hamer. 17 minutes to go in this intense encounter. Both defences so far very much unshot. Summers gets a good ball out there. Good little kick from Shelford, bouncing awkwardly, but just rolls into touch. Dio Powell, the young Bradford Northern substitute, getting ready to come on.
Dio Powell replacing number 3, Steve McGowan.
Well, Dio Powell, big chance for young Dio. But he's not been complaining about not getting enough first team chances. Whenever he's, well, usually when he's played in the first team, he's been given a wing position. A very strong, hard-running youngster. I'm sure if he just had a little bit of patience, he's destined for a great future. I can't really think of a finer centering partnership in the future than possibly a fit, strong Dio Powell and Paul Newlove. Two of the best young centres in the game. Powell already an under-21 international. And no doubt about that one from Mr. Lowry, knocking up. Dave Watson's coming to the line. Once again, Dave holding that ball up beautifully. timing that pass to perfection. Kebby's in the line. Fox being a tireless man tonight. Winterburn doesn't quite take it cleanly at the first attempt, but manages to recover and hold on to the ball tightly. It's Powell as Bradford Northern pushed the ball over to the right. Are we going to see them counter an attack down this left-hand side? Watson lining up ominously as a switch play to Summers. Long ball out to Fox. Fox holds the ball up as Summers goes through to Shelford. Shelford big, strong, powerful. Referee wants all the Kiwi defence back on the line. Derek Fox, a little bit of a move. Great pace from Watson. There's a big gap there. Unfortunately, the time of the pass. Oh, Bradford nearly getting a second bite of the cherry. And that would have been an interesting one for the referee to interpretate. Nice, well-worked move for Bradford.
Have a BMW 5 Series George obstruction on the Overspill car park. The owner of L590.
So Bradford very much holding their own. It's 4 points in front. 15 minutes to go. Bradford get the ball. Powell in close support. Diallo was the man who scored. Tried. David Watson shimmies away. Powell. Something in the Watson mould away. Jumps and ricochets. Low centre of gravity. Good switch of play from Bradford. Summers holds it up. Tries to go through, but Gary Freeman's waiting for him. And Gary Freeman likes to tackle high, does Gary Freeman. And this time though gets involved in a little bit of fracas around the scrum. Fox, a long kick. Can Cordell make it? It's come inside too much as Cordell, but the ball's still alive. I'll back Powell from here. The big lad dips in. And this time he's just pushed out. And that little kick from Fox was a little bit too far, a little bit of chip over. Good defence from Derek Fox, chased his kick. Brought Harrigan down. Well, the feature of the Bradford Northern defence in the second half has been the way that they have worked from marker at the play of the ball. An area which they very, very much have to tighten up on. Had to tighten up on. I'm sure that Nigel and Peter have spoken to them in the box, but there's a gap out there, unfortunately, or fortunately for Bradford. Blair Harding couldn't take it cleanly. So we're saying Australian international score out wide. Well, a bit of common sense there from Mr. Smith. You see the Kiwi loose forward. Dave Lomax coming round, held his hands up. So Logan Edwards coming round, holding his amp. Well, not the best of passes from Peter Fox. Puts the ball inside to Shelford. Winterburn. He's worked hard since he's come out of Winterburn. This time it's Fox, just takes us forward. Vital in the yard, the creep through. Has Kebby got the pace? Certainly called on Watu to Wawe to pull out all the stops there to get that ball wide. What would certainly would have been a try as the long kick from Harrigan, well taken by David Watson, who slows and then all of a sudden looks to burst into acceleration. Roy Powell. Once again, Bradford Northern switching it intelligently. Derek Fox has worked tremendously hard as a little fella today. Probing, driving, organising. Derek's more like it from Clark, going away from acting half-back, holding the ball for Summers. Great power from Summers, that deserves a try. Is he there? 2 movements, says Smith. Well, that's very, very unlucky for Neil Summers. Can't really comment from where we're sat here in the stand. I was just going to say an international try from someone who should be an international player, and I'm sure it won't be too long since that young fella dons a GB jersey, and nobody will deserve it more. So already you see the slippy ball there as Johnson, the Kiwi number 9, how difficult getting the ball down for the play the ball. Lowry this time with the drive. Number 8, number 10 now, Freeman taking. He's going to start running things from out there. Kiwis now with the full complement of substitutes on. Wide ball from Freeman, but Shelford's waiting for him. Once again, Freeman putting Watson under pressure. Watson having a look at as we drive the ball forward, and straight away Gary Freeman very much involved. A fiery character, the kind of character you like to see at scrum half. Powell. This is instigated by Bradford, driving the ball forward. Once again it's Fox. Fox with a wide pass, this time to Summers. Bradford a little bit flat. Powell takes the ball standing. I think Bradford half expecting the kick. The ball's ripped away, is it? Referee said no, plays on, and it's Donnelly. Donnelly runs the ball in. Playing on the left wing, despite the fact he's got a 2 on, little knock on there. Well, this time the ball does come to Bradford as Summers scoots, cuts inside, a very high tackle. Bradford players going in, and I think all those guys going over there are peacemakers. Well, let's hope there's nothing untoward there, really. The eyes of the world are on this particular game, the first club match. The tourists are playing, the BBC, Sky, cable TV, and it's really not the image that we want to portray to the world. And sitting next to me is Maurice Lindley, and he had a little frown. The president of the Rugby League had a frown on his face there when he saw that particular incident. And spectators alike. Mr. Smith's having no problem settling the game down. Gary Freeman having a word.
Really, the politics should be between Rugby League headquarters and the journalists.
Decisions are made right, but surely this one's gone on too far. The fourth official, he's involved now. Peter Fox from Shaw's having his 2 penalties from the Bradford Northern bench. Meanwhile, the players stand in the pouring rain. And I'm sure. Well, is it yellow card getting out? So the debate goes on. Now Mr. Smith decides to make a decision. Calling 2-3 players over to him. Looks like what's Ottawa that he wants, is it? Or is it number 15? I think it's number 15. Quentin Ponga. Well, off for a high tackle. So after all that deliberation, it's the big number 15. What's out on it, which is Quentin Ponga, that's gone. Now he possibly could be in a line for a test call. And as a Bradford Northern player gone with him, it looks as though young Paul Gratian has been sent along. I wasn't quite sure which player got sent off there for Bradford. Somebody said it was 14 for Bradford. That's Keith Mumby, and I'll tell you what now, I'll put my mortgage on that wasn't Keith Mumby getting sent off. Surely not. Switch of play, there's Mums, Mr. Reliable, long pass out. Should be a game now, 12 aside. 10% out of it, Dave Watson, steps 1, steps 2. Gonna get the ball away, yes he does! Tremendous play from Bradford. Dale Powling close to Paul, just couldn't get the ball to him. Fox again. I think the little fella's had a tremendous game. Not the best to pass it on that occasion. Maybe the angle that Daryl Shelford was running out was a little bit wrong. Fox again. Is he going to chip? Puts the ball inside to Watson. Kebby. Well, that went backwards. Well, Mr. Smith.
Is it Medley who went off?
Well, it's a difficult job. Could have been Medley who got sent off, not quite sure, as I said earlier. The new slimline Paul Gratian, Hamer and Medley. So, well, has our referee in a roundabout way admitted a mistake, has given a penalty to Bradford on the Kiwi put in. So it's Fox once again on with the game. Settle things down. John Hamer drives the ball to the Kiwi post. Things still 11 up now. Just about 3 or 4 minutes to go. Can Bradford Northern hang on to what will be a famous victory here at Oxford Stadium?
Yeah, if you get him to clear it, if you get him to...
Back to Fox. Mumby with the shimmy. Closely monitored by Gary Freeman. Gary Freeman once again doesn't seem to be able to tackle below the shoulders, doesn't Freeman? Roy Powell takes us to the post. Are we going to see a drop goal just to make sure? Bradford players going forward. It's an inside ball. Big defence from the Kiwis. They will say what's the right decision to make here. Do we keep the pressure on? Do we go for a drop? Fox goes for the drop. Is the 5-point barrier going to be enough? 2 minutes to go before the final hooter.
Number 7, Gary Fox. Robert Peaver.
And big Robert Peaver getting the man of the match award for the Kiwi side. Well, I don't think many can have any arguments there at Derek Fox. Picking an opportune moment to come back to form. Mumby, behind his ears. Super brave from Mumby. Still got that little shimmy. Once again the Kiwis got to sleep on the tackle. This time it's Winterburn. He drives the ball forward. Fox at first man, the little general. Gaps out wide if Bradford can move it fast enough. Some of the taking the wrong option. He's come inside when possibly he should have stopped out. The first mistake that Youngsters made. Play on, could have been an obstruction. Mark Dixon. Fox is there again. This is where we want to be playing the game now. In the Kiwi quarter, Harrigan's touched the play, so that'll be all on. Once again, great chasing by Summers, but he manages to get the ball away. Donnelly drifted inside.
Well,
30 seconds of normal time to go.
you stay on it.
Bradford Northern now surely be tackling for dear life. Must make sure they don't make any mistakes. No silly offside, it's Freeman. Freeman moves the ball wide. Good step inside, but an excellent tackle again by Bradford. Mumby. Well, the Kiwis, a little kick through. Bradford have got 2 men there. Watson, I'm sure, will come back inside. Only steps inside brilliantly. That's why they call him Mr. Unpredictable. Very high tackle there from Logan Edwards. I think Dave Watson felt the power of that one. Fox again. Certainly run the show tonight. I'm sure everybody will be glad to see him bouncing back to form. Once again, it's Winterburn. Now the play moving into injury time. Mumby shimmers inside. Freeman chasing about. First a right, then a left. Surely you can't have any arguments about that one, Gary. Even Mr. Smith did it. Very, very silly play. And I'm sure Bradford will run the clock down here now. Well, Derek Fox, one or two of the Bradford players wanted to put that one into touch to keep the pressure on, but the little master having none of it. He wanted the ball. He's made sure of the game now. That must be game set and match to Bradford. Well into injury time. Long pick back, well taken. Dave Watson, he'll have the ball, he says. Runs the ball straight at Freeman. Switch of play, another high tackle. Winterburn, I could hear the little yelp here as they went in there. Fox again, gaps out wide. Roy Powell, big Roy. So for a little second there, we're going to see a sidestep from Roy. Then he thought better of it and just drove the ball in straight. Derek Fox, that's where we want to be. In the bottom corner, will it run? Yes, it will. Excellent kick from Derek Fox. Well, a tremendous performance as the Bradford crowd race to their feet for a well-deserved ovation from the Bradford fans who turn out on this wet, miserable night to see this famous victory. 17 points to 10. I'm sure I will not go down in the annals of history of one of Bradford Northern's greatest nights.